Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have the LEGO Limited Edition Harry Potter Bricktober minifigure collection. And this set was released in Barnes & Noble stores, available as a gift with purchase of $75 or more on November 17th first, and then it was available online. It was in stores only on the 17th, and then it was available online, and I think in stores too if they still had stock through Black Friday weekend, I think starting on Thanksgiving actually online. And you know, it's got 4 exclusive minifigures, which I believe one of these is a new character and then 3 of them are just new designs because they haven't been made in a long time. And none of these, I guess one of the characters kind of did appear in one of the 2018 Harry Potter sets, but these are all exclusive variants. Don't appear anywhere else in the 2018 Harry Potter wave, these characters. First up here in this set is Madam Hooch, and this figure usually appears in the variations of the Quidditch set. You know, whenever they make a Quidditch set, usually that's the place that you'll get Madam Hooch. However, in the 2018 Quidditch set, there was no Madam Hooch present because she's available here. And, you know, for a while, the Quidditch set was available without her being available anywhere. So now it's nice to be able to get her. And she does come with a broom, which, you know, makes sense because Quidditch. And she comes with a wand. Interesting thing to note about the wands in this particular set, this is the only location since they come pre-assembled that the wands do not come on a sprue. So, you know, interesting thing to keep in mind. The print on her torso is good. It's relatively similar to the 2011 version of Madam Hooch. It is different, and I think just the design that it's based on might be a little different too. There's no leg printing, as you can see, and you know, there's a little bit of printing on the back, which is good. You'll notice the cape is a little wrinkled because it came in a Bricktober pack. However, it is the softer version of cape, so I feel like with just a little bit of time, since this did literally just come out of the package seconds ago, but I think in time the cape will kind of fix itself out. And Hooch, I believe, does have an alternate facial expression where she has the goggles, and I like this face a lot. I think that having the goggles there is a good option. And back from the front, you know, it's just Hooch. I like both facial expressions on this figure. I like the fact that it includes a broom, and, you know, just the inclusion of this character is good. However, of the 4 in the set, this one does feel the most similar to the previous version of the character. So, you know, for that reason, this is not my favorite in the set, but I think that for what it is, it's pretty well done. Next up, we have Professor Horace Slughorn, who first, you know, shows up in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Hooch, I believe, is in the first movie. I think that's the only one where you actually see a lot of her, if I remember correctly. But he first appears in the Half-Blood Prince, and, you know, I think that he's a pretty good character to be able to get here, since, if I recall correctly, I don't think we've ever gotten a Slughorn in LEGO before. So, you know, that's a cool thing. His torso print is pretty nice. It looks like, you know, what he wears in the movie, which is a good thing. I like the dark orange color for it. I think that that's cool to get more torsos in that color. Just because, for some reason, I just like LEGO parts that are in this color. I don't know why. I can't explain it. He comes with a potion piece, which makes sense because he is a potions professor. So it'd be weird if he came with, like, I don't know, something completely random and different. The face print for him is good. This hairpiece doesn't fit perfectly for me, but, you know, it works, and I like the fact that they reuse the Commissioner Gordon one from the LEGO Batman movie that has a little bit of printing on the sides, and does have an alternate facial expression. You know, that one's good. I like the smile, though. I think that facial expression works pretty well. But yeah, the hair doesn't exactly do it for me, but I think it's one of the better pieces that they have currently in production. So I think it works. Just I feel like this character is a little bit less easily recognizable because the hairpiece is not 100% perfect. I mean, wow, is Umbridge probably the most unlikable character in all of film ever. I don't know. Just a really, really terrible character. Not because she's not supposed to be. She's supposed to be very unlikable, but I don't know. I hate her. The figure is done really well, though, including this awesome printing of the sides of the legs. There's a very fine pattern in there of dots, and just looks pretty good. And you also have the side printing for the shoes. Her legs are dual molded, and obviously printing on the other side, printing on the front, printing on the hips. It's pretty well done, honestly. Big improvement on the previous Umbridge. Again, with the torso, it's a pretty good level of detail there. Big fan of the way that this figure came out. Yeah, her face print is good, and she looks a little happy there, which she looks way too happy in the movies. She definitely belongs like this. That face is a little pretty expressive and works pretty well. I like this hairpiece for her. Previously they had introduced a different hairpiece. I'm glad they didn't bring that back because I think this works just fine. And the accessory that she comes with is a little teacup. This is unprinted. I believe I guess the one with Trelawney was unprinted, right? So just a copy of that, and I think it was just the plate that was printed with her. But, cool to get this piece. I believe it's only other come in the Professor Trelawney minifigure from the CMF series, so, still an uncommon part. I'm sure it'll get used more eventually. But, Dolores Umbridge here, good figure, really well done, good level of detail, just an absolutely awful character. Last up here, 4 figures in the set, we have Boggart Snape, and this is Snape in Neville's grandma's clothes, which, it's a weird figure to make, but I'm very glad they did it. I believe they did this, or they made this design once before, just, I think it was back when they had yellow skin. That might be false, but they have not made a Boggart Snape in a long time. So, it's good to get an updated version here. The hat is a brand new color for this hat that was introduced to the Series 11 Scarecrow. It's good to get here. The one thing that's a little bit disappointing is they didn't put the bird on the top, because they have a crow that works perfectly with this piece. I don't think it would have been 100% perfect for the bird in the movie, but I think it would have been good enough. And the face print is exactly the same as the Snape face that's in the regular sets, alternate print as well, which is interesting because this hat does not cover the entire back of the head, but in combination with the collar, it really does. You cannot see the face print from 99% of angles, which is really cool and kind of a clever combination there to allow you to get both facial expressions for Snape. Because they could have just printed one side, and technically it would have been an exclusive part, but I'd much prefer to get both of the prints there. For the neck attachment, he has this fur collar, which was introduced for Craven the Hunter in the Spider-Man Bridge battle. It's a really cool part, and I haven't had one before, so I'm happy to get one of this. Just because it's a cool piece. And the print, little cat head, at the end of the scarf, is done on the torso. The color is not a 100% perfect match, but it looks good overall, and again, very clever way to pull that off. And the print on the torso is good. It's got like a green striped suit design, a little bit of print on the back, as well as they printed a little bit of the collar, or a little bit of the scarf. So I mean, hypothetically, you could just do this and say, oh, he's wearing a scarf, it's just printed on there. Yeah, I much prefer the inclusion of the actual collar piece. And he has no printing on his legs, which, is what it is. But the handbag there is cool. It's not a brand new color as far as I know. and you know, it's just a decent little accessory to give the character. Overall, I think that this is a pretty good Bricktober set. All 4 figures are exclusive, which is good. I mean, it's nice to get 4 exclusive figures here. However, I don't feel like any of them are really, really excellently done. Umbridge is, you know, a really, I'd say it's a good level of detail. However, none of the others have leg printing. None of the others have arm printing or side leg printing. They do all have alternate faces, which, you know, that's a good thing, I guess. But I feel like some of the figures could have gotten a little bit more detail. And surprisingly, I'm pretty sure that this is the second least detailed pack of the 4. And I think this is one of the more popular ones, too. So it's interesting that, you know, people do really, really want these, it seems. But I don't know, the Ninjago one is a lot less popular, and I think the level of detail on that is a lot better than this here. So I don't know, personally, this is probably my second least favorite of the 4 packs. Still really, really looking forward to getting the Infinity War one. So, you know, gotta do that. And then I will have had all 4, and I'll be able to review all 4. But for what this is, I'm happy with it. I'm glad to have gotten it. I'm glad it wasn't super duper hard to get in the long run. Because, you know, it was definitely still a must-have for me. Especially if you're getting it free with the purchase, I would 100% recommend it. However, the going rate on eBay is like $40 to $50. No way I'm doing more than $30 on this. I feel like it's better than Jurassic World, and not nearly as good as Ninjago and Infinity War. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.